So you've come up with this really super great idea for a live event. You're starting to write your content, you're starting to poll your audience, you're starting to put together your marketing strategy for your live event, but you haven't quite sat down and thought about why people desperately want you to go live and host a live event. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why your audience wants to see you live and how you can put this knowledge to really, really good use when you're initiating your next workshop, retreat, or conference. I'm Lauren Caselli, a workshop, retreat, and conference planner for creative entrepreneurs and small businesses who work online, and today I'm giving you my top 3 tips about why your audience wants to attend your live event. So the number one reason that your audience really wants to come to your event is because they want to get to know you, like you, and trust you in person. So if you think about the analogy of hiring a graphic designer, let's say you really need your website to be redone. And so you ask your friends, maybe you post in some Facebook groups, maybe you send out an email to your newsletter list asking for recommendations for really amazing graphic designers. And you get some, and you compile, you look through the answers, you look at their websites, you look at their blog posts, you read their testimonials, you do all the things that you can, all the research that you can in order to get a sense of them. And so then maybe you narrow it down to 3 or 4 choices, and you send them some emails, and if you're lucky, you get a 15 or 20-minute phone call on the phone with them to try and get to know a little bit about your personality. And in the meantime, you've been doing all of that work and all of that research, and maybe it doesn't work out, or maybe you're not quite sure yet. So if the other opportunity was for you to go and attend a live event and meet a graphic designer that you kind of like, and get dedicated, focused time with them to meet them, get to know about their personal habits and their personal lives and how they run their business and what their business came out of, you are going to be much, much more likely to hire them, and then also not to do any more research on other graphic designers. So the point of that analogy is that live events are really, really good for client intake because it gives them what your website can't give them. It gives you the chance to explain who you are and why you're so amazing at your task or your craft. And then they can go forth and make an informed decision because they've met you in person. Maybe you've given them 5 or 10 minutes of personal one-on-one chatting time. And usually for most of us, for most people, human behavior really judges people based on those initial interactions. Think about going to a bar, going to a coffee shop, and meeting someone that you've never met before. Within the first 5 minutes, maybe the first 2 minutes, you get a sense of who they are, and you get a sense of, yeah, I want to talk to this person a little bit more, maybe we can be friends, or no, this person and I aren't really on the same level. Live events have the ability to do that as well, and I think they're really, really important to identify that is the reason that clients, attendees, potential clients want to come and see you live. The second reason that people want you to do a live event, they want you to create a space and community where they can get together and meet other people who are in the same place that they are. So one of the things I talk about is the 2 reasons people attend events are because of the speakers and because of the networking opportunities or the other people that are going to be there. And so if you can create a space, a community of 10 or 15 or 20 or 100 other people where your one ideal client can go and feel not only supported by your words and to learn from what you have to offer, but also to be able to strike up conversations with other people who are experiencing that same roadblock, because that's why people hire you or hire experts, because they need help getting over a roadblock. And so if they come into a room full of 10 other people, or 20 or 50 other people that are experiencing the same roadblock as they are, that is a really amazing experience for that potential client. And not only will turn that one client into converts, but will probably turn others into converts as well, because you've created this network of support that can talk about how inspiring you are, etc., so on and so forth. And the third reason that you should or that your audience really wants you to host a live event is because they get dedicated, uninterrupted development time, not only for themselves, business-wise, but for their maybe personal lives, family lives, relationship-wise, whatever your specific event is the problem that event is trying to solve. These people get focused on an uninterrupted time to work on that problem. And so if you think about, I think the national average for attention span is something like 8 seconds or something so small. And if you're giving people 3 or 4 hours or 10 hours or a full weekend to dedicate to the development of themselves, they're going to be so, so grateful. And it might even be one of those things that they don't realize that they needed it until they leave your event. But that is one way not only to convince people to attend your event, but a reason that people really, really want to come. Sometimes they don't even know it yet, though. So your homework for today, if you enjoyed this video, pop a comment below and tell me about the last live event you went to where you really, really felt like the speaker brought their A game and really inspired you, or the community brought their A game and really, really inspired you. I'd love to hear about a positive event experience that you had with either speaker or community or focused dedicated development time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.